All right, welcome everybody. I'm going live today. I'm still on vacation, but I'm gonna go over some lessons that I learned this week. Last week I was talking about vacation mode and catching up with everybody and everything else, and it's been fantastic. Except for the last 5 days, I've been in quarantine. It's a nice quarantine. I'm sitting on my parents' balcony, and I kind of shift from here to the room upstairs with masks on and everything else. But I was COVID positive and pretty sick on Sunday through till today. Today I feel really good. Um, and it's just funny because it brought up the idea of disappointment, right? And I really just wanted to chat about that today because I think that I was dealing with a lot of that throughout the week and how I handled it and how I used it to my advantage to actually turn out to be pretty productive 5 days. Not saying that it was great production, but it was production to say the least. So, what do you like? Last week it was funny because I was hitting on all cylinders. I was catching up with people. I was feeling really great, positive, optimistic. Had a ton of energy, and then the door got slammed on me, and I was boxed up, literally. Um, and that happens to us all the time. It's like our best plans. I had all these plans for this week. Stampede in Calgary, lots of activities, lots of chances to catch up with people, to reconnect, have some fun. And I think again, when I look back and say, okay, well, how was COVID done for me versus done to me? One of the things I can't help but think about was maybe it was an opportunity for me to rest. Maybe the first couple of weeks here in Calgary, I was pushing myself too hard. I was, trying to do too much, trying to get everything in, and this was an opportunity for my body to say, "Whoa, chill out, rest, slow down." Which I don't often do until I'm forced to, right? And I think a lot of us have that in us where we just keep going, keep going, keep going until we burn out. Um, the other thing too, which I thought was pretty interesting, was how do I handle that disappointment? How do I handle not being able to see some friends, not being able to see some colleagues, missing out on some of the fun and the events? And I really took a different perspective on it this time. This time I just looked at it as, well, who can I connect with? Um, you know, Table what I'm missing. Here's an opportunity. Who can I connect with virtually? Who can I connect with through my network? I had a long talk on Sunday with a friend of mine from a men's group, and I was able to help him out through some of the things he was struggling with. And that really made me feel good and not alone, not isolated. I've also been really grateful and thankful that I have my family around me, and my mom and my dad have been really helpful with the kids, so I didn't have to worry about that, and I could just take the time to rest, relax, um, catch up on my webinars that I haven't seen, or homework that I haven't done, or little lists of this and that on the business side to tact, to kind of get organized. Um, and then what it also got me thinking about was how intentional was I? How intentional am I going to be with the next few days of my trip? And as we kind of finish this long hiatus off, and it got me thinking about where do I want to put that time and energy, and who do I want to put that time and energy to? And I think the biggest victims of me being locked in have been my kids, and they're missing out on opportunities to connect with their cousins here, and that they don't get to see very often. And really, what I'll be looking at into the next 5 days and next week is just focusing on that part and just making sure that each of the days that I have left to me, I've used to their maximum ability, right? And normally I would be very bummed out. Normally I would be bitter, angry even, lashing out that I was stuck in for 5 days and I couldn't go and enjoy beautiful weather, in a beautiful city with all my friends and all my family. But, taking that time daily to just reconnect, write it all out, even the disappointments. It's okay to be disappointed, but kind of make myself aware of it, table it, and then move on to something else on how can I do something that is the opposite of disappointment. How can I create something tomorrow that's better? How can I plant a seed that I can go and harvest later? And that's kind of what I use those 5 days for. So I know you know this is different for everybody. We all get excited and we all deal with disappointment differently. But I just wanted to share with you guys a little personal story about disappointment this week and how that can maybe hopefully resonate with you guys. Take it away and see what you can do it next time that your best laid plans are destroyed by the universe. Um, so I wish you guys all really well for the last bit of July. I'm not going to have a live next week because I'll be traveling, but I'll see everybody in August. when I'm going to revisit my series on anger from a different angle. So in August, we're going to be doing anger, um, and I'm going to be promoting a webinar that I'll be doing at the end of the month in August on how to stop being angry. So definitely would love those people who are interested to DM me or message me. I'm going to start a list, email out, to those people who want to attend that webinar, and hope to see you all in August. Have a great one. Bye.